the declawing of the cat. And Syracuse Post-Standard today has a pretty good-sized story on the declawing of the cat. And what did you find, Manaski, last week, that there are some groups out there, veterinary groups, I think it's like the Veterinary Society of New York State or something like that.
I think
There's
that's
two big
what
groups,
it is, yeah.
And they both are in opposition of the ban.
Correct. Some of our guests last week said there is a growing number of veterinarians who are for the law. They want to outlaw the declawing because it's inhumane. But the state society of veterinarians, their official position is they're fine with the way it is now.
It's actually a post, or it's actually I'll get through this. I really will. It's actually an AP story. And they refer to two groups. There's a New York City Animal Medical Center group that's coming out, and a faculty member at Cornell University's College of Veterinary Medicine. These groups are all coming out along with the New York State Veterinary Society or whatever that's called. These are all groups that are coming out against the ban because their fear is that the ban will actually mean more euthanizations.
Correct.
Because people aren't going to, they're not going to get the cats. However, there are people on the other side saying, hey, listen, we had our cat declawed and the cat was never the same. Urinating all over the place and it just was never the same.
Not only,
I say that's just a dirty cat.
The euthanizations, because the thought is that there would be more shelters that would have cats that they couldn't get rid of. But also if a cat has I'll call it an incident where they claw someone or something, they're saying you can't, now if it's illegal, you can't take the action of, we'll declaw the cat, now he won't do it again. You're going to have to put him down.
Yeah.
So
they one of the groups, the New York State Veterinary Medical Society is what it is, remains opposed to the full ban. President Susan Wylagala says the number of declawings at her Buffalo area practice is less than 50% anyway, that they feel that it's better for education as opposed to allowing the government to come in and pass a law and say you can't do this, which really kind of makes sense. Bill in Herkimer, you want to pipe in on this, 736-0186. Bill, good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you guys today?
Good, man. What do you think?
We have a 10-year-old cat, okay?
Yeah.
He is not declawed. We've had him 10 years. He's never chewed wires. He's never wrecked our home, like curtains and that, etc.
Yeah, okay.
I just think neutering a cat is okay in my book, but I really don't like having
you don't like
have it
decline,
done.
so.
But, declawing a cat, I went to the vet, and the vet told me that it's not really his cup of tea doing that. Just keep his, nails trimmed and this and that.
And they do have these plastic caps they can put on the nails as well. So.
Yes, exactly.
Bill, I don't know about you, but I'm a self-declawer. I apparently bite my nails, which is a bad habit, and my wife would like me neutered. So I think we all can understand here just a little bit as to what.
This is why you hate cats so much, because you're a cat.
Right. You're right. I'm a cat. Purr.
Claws, keep the claws trimmed up and everything.
Okay.
And it does not create a problem.
All right, Bill. Thanks for the input there. We appreciate it. Listen, I just don't know that this is what there's so much going on right now. And I feel this is going to be the one thing that everybody's picking on and everybody's talking about when we should be talking about other things, like the world, which is in chaos, for God's sakes. Later on this morning, though, Senator Joe Griffo, who, by the way, is the sponsor of the bill, is going to be coming on the air with us. We're going to talk to Joe Griffo in the 8 o'clock hour later on this morning, so we'll get to that. I had an interesting story, and these two are two beautiful women. I should play no role, and it doesn't play any role in the story. But the headline is two lesbians who accused. Did you see this happen in Hawaii? Mm-mm. They were arrested for what? These two lesbians. If you don't know the story, I love playing this game. They were arrested. Why? Two lesbians arrested in Hawaii. Why?
Making out in public?
That is not the case.
Oh.
Andrew
Holding
Dominio,
hands.
two lesbians. Christine, you cheated. There's
No, I
no way
didn't.
you would know that they were holding hands. Did
That's
you know
because
that?
I thought that it would be ridiculous.
Holding hands. They were arrested.
I was going to say that.
Yes, you were. They were arrested for holding hands.
What?
Yeah.
What were they charged with?
They were vacationing, and they're lesbians. Apparently, holding hands.
But
The holding hands law in Hawaii. In Honolulu, a police officer harassing them for kissing at a grocery store have won an I'm not saying kissing at a grocery store. Let me see, because it says holding hands here. Two vacationing lesbians who accused a Honolulu police officer of harassing them for kissing at a grocery store have won an $80,000 settlement from the city, according to their attorney. Courtney Wilson and Taylor Guerrero, in a federal lawsuit filed in October. In Hawaii, alleged that their constitutional rights were violated when Officer Bobby Harrison told them to take it somewhere else and encouraged the store manager to issue trespass warnings. Harrison, during the March 2015 fracas at the store, also confronted Wilson and Guerrero at a checkout stand, telling them to get out of the line, according to their lawsuit against the officer. Eric Seitz, an attorney for the two women, said the officer initiated a physical altercation with them, and they struck back at him. The woman, or the women who were vacationing from California, were arrested for assault. So there's your charge. The charges were later dropped. The settlement with the city and the county of Honolulu was presented on Friday. Representatives from Honolulu and the police department did not immediately return calls. The store, which had prepared a letter of trespass against the couple, had previously paid them $10,000 in a settlement. So it wasn't holding hands. Why the headline says holding hands? But they were smooching. So worth arresting somebody? Would you do that to a boy and girl, teenage boy and girl in there in the bread aisle? Come on. I could see somebody saying, hey, take it somewhere else.
Right.
Take it somewhere else.
I think PDA in general, whether it's
I don't
male,
like that at
female,
all.
male,
I'm
male,
with you on
female,
that.
female, just have some tact.
And, we had this story about the Target, a little tact.
It's not the right word.
Yeah.
It's early.
Even couth doesn't
Have
work.
some respect.
How about some
okay.
decency? How about
Decency.
a little
The
decency?
sentiment
like
was
that.
there. The sentiment was there.
So how about has anybody seen the video, which apparently over 1 million people have, of the woman who, I'm going to play this coming up for you in a second, but of the woman that was shopping at Kohl's and bought herself a birthday gift? Has anybody seen this yet?
No.
And then the outcome is incredible. And you take this story, which I'm going to give to you when we come back. And this one I know, honest. I've dug through this story and actually watched the video. But you take this story and see how they were treated by their store that they were in, the store that she was in, which is a Kohl's. And then you look at the way the senior citizen in our area was treated when she bought an empty package of ink cartridge. Right? They wouldn't help her. They didn't do anything. They actually were quite rude to her. This woman, this gives you an example of a store that knows how to deal in customer service. And this story is incredible.
They almost told her what the cops told the lesbians. They said, move it along, sister.
Move it along.
Not
Yeah.
here. Not
Move it
today.
along. You take your empty box and you go home. Here is Christine Bellino with an update. 6:47. Good morning, Christine Bellino.